Bermuda Triangle, the magnetic vortex and time distortion hypothesis. Many believe that Bermuda is a place with strong magnetic disturbances that confuse compasses and equipment. Some accounts describe time bubbles, time slips, disappears, and then returns. Ever since the first tales of mysterious disappearances surfaced, the Bermuda Triangle has been a source of endless fascination, worry, and conjecture. This patch of ocean, dozens of miles wide and set off the southeastern coast of the United States, forms a rough triangle connecting Miami, Bermuda, and San Juan, Puerto Rico. Ships reportedly vanish without a trace, airplanes lose contact and simply disappear, and those who return speak of inexplicable phenomena, strange clouds, spinning compasses, and even feelings of lost time. Some call it the Devil's Triangle, a name befitting the mythic nature of its reputation. But at the root of many of these theories lies an idea even more captivating, the hypothesis of a magnetic vortex and something called time distortion. To understand why this idea holds such power over the imagination, it helps to begin with the basics of navigation and the environment of the region itself. The Bermuda Triangle sits in a part of the Atlantic Ocean frequented by tropical storms, unpredictable weather, and powerful ocean currents. But what sets it apart, or so its legends claim, are circumstances that seem to go beyond even the most treacherous acts of nature. According to proponents of the magnetic vortex hypothesis, there is something about this region, something invisible, that scrambles the very instruments by which sailors and pilots guide their way. The story often begins with the humble compass. For most of history, mariners have trusted these devices to send them true, using the subtle tug of Earth's magnetic field as a steady hand. Yet in the triangle, tales abound of compasses spinning wildly, of dials swinging in all directions, and instruments pointing with certainty to the wrong path. Many have claimed that their compasses pointed to true north, rather than magnetic north, a natural phenomenon, but one rare enough in the world to merit explanation. In fact, the only places on the planet where magnetic north and true north align are called agonic lines, and one such line does pass through the Bermuda Triangle. But some point to more than just the mundane drift of northward orientation. Witnesses, some more reliable than others, describe something more dramatic: sudden, overwhelming confusion of instruments, unexplained energy fields, and sensations of disorientation. In 1970, a pilot named Bruce Jernan famously recounted flying his light aircraft over the triangle and encountering a swirling tunnel of clouds. According to his story, the plane became enveloped in this electronic fog. His instruments malfunctioned, and when the plane emerged, they arrived at their destination much sooner than expected. It was, he concluded, as if a bubble of time had formed around them, propelling them forward. The idea of a magnetic vortex is compelling. In this theory, there exists in the triangle a concentration of magnetic energy that warps the usual layout of the land and sky. In such a vortex, compasses and navigation systems are rendered almost useless, and reality itself might begin to bend. Magnetic anomalies, as they're sometimes called, have been documented elsewhere on the planet, places where large deposits of iron or other minerals disrupt the normal path of the Earth's field. In these spots, compasses might drift or even spin full circle. Extrapolate from this phenomenon and the idea arises of a hidden current, churning not water but lines of force, whirling beneath the waves. Indeed, the ocean itself seems to conspire in the mystery. The Gulf Stream, a massive current moving warm water along the coast of North America, cuts directly through the Bermuda Triangle. It is a powerful force, capable of swiftly sweeping any debris from wreckage far out into the Atlantic, leaving little behind for searchers to recover. Layer in tales of sudden, violent storms, waterspouts, or rogue waves, and the story combines natural peril with the inexplicable. Yet for every plausible explanation, the vortex theory adds another layer of enigma. The magnetism of the Bermuda Triangle is said by some to have a second, even stranger effect: the distortion of time itself. At the heart of this idea are stories of time slips and temporal anomalies. Some claim to have vanished, only to reappear elsewhere, unscathed and unaware of what has happened. Others speak of missing hours, passages where time seemed to stand still or race forward in spurts. There are reports, whether fact or embellishment, of vessels being lost in the past and re-emerging as spectral apparitions among the waves. But what lies behind these claims? To modern science, time is tightly bound to the fabric of space and the influence of extreme forces, gravity, acceleration, the speed at which one moves through the cosmos. Real-time distortion, as we understand it, requires immense energy, the kind found near black holes or at the speed of light. In the calm, blue waters of the Atlantic, such extremes are unthinkable. Yet the human mind is an adaptable and sometimes unreliable narrator. We forget details under stress, confuse the ordinary for the extraordinary, and sometimes, in the face of the unknown, invent. Stories persist nonetheless. Pilots describe time bubbles, pockets of sky where clocks seem to tick wrong or stand still. Sailors talk about disappearing into a fog bank and emerging, after what feels like seconds, to find that hours have passed. Could some as yet unrecognized force be warping the passage of time in the triangle? Or, as skeptics argue, are these simply the kind of mistakes and misrememberings that occur in stressful, high-stakes situations? There is an element of the psychological in all of this, a feedback loop in which new stories feed old legends, and new visitors experience a heightened sense of anxiety, primed to interpret any malfunction as part of the triangle's inexplicable influence. Still, the magnetic vortex and time distortion hypothesis remains tantalizing. Physicists and astronomers have spent years exploring the ways magnetic fields can interact with matter, and science fiction has exploded with tales of wormholes, portals, and rips in the space-time continuum. Yet, a closer look at the evidence leaves us with more questions than answers. For one, systematic investigation of the region's magnetic field has found little to suggest anything unique at the scale required for a massive permanent vortex. The Earth's magnetic field is dynamic, shifting slowly over time, but there are no known structures in the triangle capable of generating the energies imagined in some theories. Instead, what data we do have points to normal fluctuations, real, sometimes confusing, but not unlike what can be found in many places around the globe. Then there is the matter of the triangle's reputation itself. Math and careful record-keeping have shown that, contrary to the headlines, the number of disappearances in the region is not particularly unusual, given the volume of traffic and the notoriously volatile weather. The popular literature often neglects to mention the routine explanations behind many disappearances: poor maintenance, lack of equipment, navigational errors, and, above all, the ocean's vast, unforgiving nature. Despite these facts, one cannot help but be intrigued by those rare, unexplainable accounts. Ships found without crews, airplanes gone quiet on the radio, only to reappear or be discovered under odd circumstances. It's these anomalies, stories just out of reach of certainty, that kindle the fires of speculation. What if, just beyond the limits of our understanding, something extraordinary really is at play? For those who believe in the magnetic vortex, the answer lies in the details. A slight drift in a compass needle, a transcription in a ship's log, a gap in the memories of a weary crew. They point to historical events like the disappearance of Flight 19 in 1945, a squadron of 5 Navy bombers that vanished during a training exercise, their last radio transmissions filled with confusion over their bearings and an ominous sense of being lost. The planes, and later a rescue craft sent to find them, were never recovered. Was it navigational error, bad weather, or something more? To the vortex theorists, the strangeness cannot be dismissed so easily. Adding to the allure are the similarities between accounts. From different decades and different backgrounds, those who report oddities in the triangle often describe the same phenomena: clouds rolling in thick and low, fogs that seem to shimmer and pulse, sudden shifts in weather, and the overpowering feeling that something is not right. Some researchers have tried to catalog these stories, looking for patterns: times of year, particular routes, alignments with solar activity and geomagnetic storms. Central to the magnetic explanation is an understanding of how the Earth's magnetic field can interact with human technology. Radar, radio waves, and even mechanical compasses can falter in strong fields or be disrupted by electrical storms. Nature does, after all, have its moments of high drama: ball lightning, sprites high in the atmosphere, storms charged with unseen power. If a passing storm generated a powerful enough electromagnetic pulse, what in modern terminology we call an EMP, it could feasibly disrupt electronics, creating confusion or disabling navigation. It's possible, too, that unusual mineral deposits in the seafloor could create local irregularities in the field, magnified by shifting currents or changing weather patterns. Sailors and aviators, dependent on delicate readings, would be ill-equipped to chart a safe course amidst such disturbances, especially before the age of GPS and satellite navigation. Still, to reach the level of true time distortion, a bending or stretching of time as we understand it, we would require a force or mechanism far beyond the ordinary. In the realm of physics, time and space can be altered only in the presence of mind-bending energies, as seen near the event horizon of a black hole or at the heart of an exploding star. Could there be, hidden beneath the waves, a geographic anomaly or unknown energy source? For the more imaginative, the Bermuda Triangle vortex is not purely magnetic, but perhaps the remnant of an ancient, forgotten civilization, Atlantis, as some suggest, the energy of which leaks through rifts in space and time. Others invoke alien technology or interdimensional portals. Though these ideas strain credulity, they serve as a reminder of the human desire to explain what cannot be explained by ordinary means. Yet even more grounded is the notion that the persistent myth of the Bermuda Triangle, magnetic vortex and all, serves a very human need. It is a story that captures the imagination and endures because it offers possibilities beyond our daily experience. In a world mapped by satellites and tamed by modern technology, the idea that some part of the Earth remains beyond our reach, that it can humble and confound even the best prepared traveler, is strangely reassuring. In the end, whether the Bermuda Triangle harbors a magnetic vortex capable of distorting time, or merely a cluster of natural hazards amplified by folklore, it remains a testament to the power of mystery. The ocean itself is far from fully understood. Deep below the surface, even today, there are depths unreached and currents unmapped, creatures still to be discovered. The very real, tangible dangers of the region, violent storms, powerful currents, electronic interference, blend seamlessly with the imagined dangers of vortexes and time bubbles, creating a place where reality and legend overlap. Perhaps, years from now, as technology advances and our understanding of the Earth's forces deepens, we might find evidence to explain all the triangle's secrets. Or perhaps not. The truth may lie in some combination of geology, meteorology, psychology, and yes, a touch of the unknown. Until then, the idea of the Bermuda Triangle as a place of magnetic anomalies and slipping time continues to captivate those who look to the horizon and wonder what lies beyond. For those who set sail or fly across its restless waters, it remains both a challenge and a riddle, a reminder that, wherever we travel, the world is full of uncharted territories, some out in the open, others hidden within the very fabric of time and space. Whether the answer is mundane or mystical, the story of the Bermuda Triangle's magnetic vortex and alleged time distortion is just one way we express our fascination with the limits of possibility. In its swirling mists and shifting currents, it invites us to keep searching, to keep questioning, and above all, to remember that some mysteries endure not because they defy explanation, but because, in the darkness of uncertainty, even the most rational mind can find room for a little wonder.